Myer Investment Fund Limited was registered on the 1st of July 2010. It invited the public to subscribe to the share issue of 20 million ordinary shares for $5 per share. Geez, they've got to make a lot of money. Which, with $2.50 due on application and $1.50 on allotment, and the balance due on call. So now we did this one. This should be 10 out of 10 for everyone when they do this in the exam. The following events and transactions have occurred. We issued the prospectus. We received applications for 20 million shares. We allotted 20 million shares. We received all the allotment money. We called in the remaining capital, received all the call money. And now Myer's Investment Fund has been operating successfully, and the current market share price is $20 per share. And on the 31st of December, Myer Investment Fund declared a dividend of 3%, 3% share dividend, okay? Not a normal dividend, and $20 was the value assigned to the shares. We issued the share dividend for the financial year ended the 30th of June 2011. Myer Investment Funds recorded a profit after tax of some $50 million. Got to invest in this company. On the 30th of June 2011, $2 million was transferred from retained earnings to the General Reserve to provide future development costs. We declared a final dividend of 70 cents per share, and we paid that dividend. Whew! I need to take a drink. We need to prepare a journal entries relating to the share dividend issue and the final dividend. Narrations are not required. So prepare journal entries relating to the share dividend and the final dividend. So don't do all the journal entries, only these couple, okay? And then we need to prepare an equity section of the financial statement. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Let me get my book together. So we're doing question 4. Always start your questions on a new page in the exam. Don't make me work halfway down a page, or go find your question. Alright, so what am I doing? Prepare journal entries for the share dividend. Okay, so my share dividend was here on the 31st of, oops, you can't see that, on the 31st of the 10th. 2010. Is it? Yep, 2010. So I've got 31st.
Isn't that the final one? It's the end of the year.
Prepare the. Hang on, where are we?
Because we go up to 2011.
Oh yeah, we do too. Hang on. So what about prepare the general journal entries for the share dividend and the final dividend. So my share dividend is here. And my final dividend is here. So yeah, so we're doing the one on the 31st of the 10th, 2010. So 31st of the 12th, 2010, I should say. Now, what am I doing? I'm doing a share dividend declared. And how much is it for? 3%. So 3% of my shares, and my shares are 20 million shares at $5 per share. So 20 million shares at $5 per share is a lot of money.
It's 100 million.
100 million. Yeah, it's true. Now, but it tells me something else. The value of the shares was $20. And we're doing a 3% share dividend. Ooh, how do I do this? Okay.
Asking the wrong people.
We're asking the wrong people? Alright, so it's 4 times the value it first started at.
So it's 4 million.
Yeah,
400 million.
400 million. So, and I need to declare a 3% dividend. So I've got 20 million shares by $20 equals 400 million. So I need to do 400 million times 3% equals 12 million. That's a lot of zeros. Alright, and then I need to have a share dividend payable of 12 million.
first one is shared dividend, right?
Now it said we issued the share dividend here. So on the 15th of the 1st, 11, we've got share. Now what we're doing is we're paying this dividend. So share dividend payable.
Goes into debit.
Yep, debit.
Cash.
And my share capital increases now. And my share capital is a credit balance, so I have 12 million there. Now that's my issue of share dividend, or no, declaration of a share dividend plus my payment of my share dividend. You could have put retained earnings here. That would have been okay, share dividend or retained earnings, that's no worries.
The dividends or no?
Now we'll look at the final dividend. So my final dividend, we're looking at this item here on the 30th of the 6th. For the financial year ended 30th of June, Myers Investment recorded a profit of 50 million. On the 30th of June, 2 million was transferred from retained earnings to general reserve to provide for future deposits. We declared a final dividend of 70 cents per share. So 70 cents per share. How many shares have we got? We've issued another 3% of shares.
20 million.
We had 20 million. So 20 million plus 3%. Hang on, we go 20 million. Because we issued these shares up here. Times 3% more shares is 600,000. So we have 20 million, 600,000 shares. Ooh. At 70 cents per share. Can someone do some calculations for me?
Isn't that... Why are you adding 60,000?
Because this is a share dividend, not a dividend. So we didn't pay cash for this dividend, we paid shares. So what we've done is when we had our first issue, we had 20 million shares, and now we've issued 3% more shares. So I've got to increase my share numbers by 3%. So that's this calculation here. 20 million times 3% is 600,000, so this now means I have 20,600,000 shares. So therefore my retained earnings is how much? What's 20,600,000 by 70 cents?
70.
It'll be 14 million. So what's 6 times 7? 42. Here we go. 14,420,000.
Why did you calculate that?
Well, I just did 20 times 77. 20 times 7 is, well, 14. Or 20 times 0.7 is 14. And 600 times 0.7 is 420. So this will be then times 70 cents, or 0.70. No idea? Read the question. And then it says I paid my final dividend. Oh, actually, let me finish my journal entry. And now on the 1st of the 8th, I pay my dividend. So that's dividend payable. And that's 14,420 and cash at bank.
Does it say paying cash?
Yeah, we paid cash dividend. 70 cents per share.